Well, for those of us like me who want a better product from 2K, it's over. It's done. It's cooked. I mean, I don't know what else to say besides that. About halfway through this video, you will completely understand what I'm talking about. This is not some random rant. We're actually cooked, guys. I'm not even kidding. But, guys, you already know I'm not here to waste y'all's time, so whatever you gotta do, make sure that like button is blue, hit that subscribe button if you're new. Let's get right into the news. All right, so look, we're gonna be talking about 2K dropping some huge information today. I mean, it is going to blow your mind. Some of you might not be surprised, but you're going to see what I'm talking about after our sponsor, Dunk City Dynasty. Introducing the first NBA and NBPA licensed free 3v3 street basketball mobile game, Dunk City Dynasty, which is available on iOS and Android May 22nd. This game features fast-paced competitive gameplay like 11 Point for quick games and ranked that focus on precise controls and teamwork. For my real hoopers, they've also got 5v5 full court matches and even unique challenges like the 21 Point Hot Zone AI challenge to practice your skills. Inside the club league, you can easily engage with others and even set up a custom 3v3 game to really connect with the community and socialize with other ballers. Dunk City Dynasty also features a dynasty mode where you become the coach of an NBA All-Star team, and now you've got to call the shots in order for the team to succeed. A big thing I like is the customization. The game offers a huge selection of major brands inside where you can mix and match options across the body and sweet kicks to give yourself a unique style. Not only does Dunk City Dynasty have an NBA license, they're officially authorized from all 30 NBA teams, giving you the power to wear your favorite team's jerseys, uniting fans, and bringing the culture onto the court. If I was you, I wouldn't want to miss out on this, so click the link in the description to pre-register to download Dunk City Dynasty, and shout out to Dunk City Dynasty for sponsoring this video. Okay, before we get into the big part of the video, I don't care if it hurts the watch time or the data, like my boy Blame Truth would say. I gotta take a minute out to talk about this, maybe even two. If you got TikTok brain and you got brain rot and you just have to have some stimulation and skip ahead, go for it. But I got to thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for 1 million subscribers. And you might be looking at it like, okay, he's not at 1 million. But we are about to hit it. We're like 290 away as I'm making this. So guys, hit that subscribe button if you're new. It's gonna be here probably the same day that I upload this. Maybe the next day. I might stream it. We will see. But seriously though, thank you guys, bro. I mean, I never expected to get 1 million subs. I promise you right now, like, I did not care about hitting 1 million subs. As crazy as that sounds, I didn't care about hitting 1 million subs for a long time until we got closer and closer. I'm like, well, actually now, I would like to, that 1 million would look pretty nice. Now you guys know that the reason why, or most of you that have watched the videos know why I don't really care about that number, is because it is a number. This is online. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this for fame or anything like that. We've talked about this before. I would love to average 100,000 views a video. That's it. Or not that's it as in like, that's not a lot. But I do not want to average much more than that, if that makes sense. We've talked about how I don't want to, quote unquote, leave the 2K community and move on to the next level and level up. That's not in my plans. Okay, maybe I'll make some GTA 6 content when it comes out. We will see, but I don't want to be a famous streamer or something like that because I enjoy my life out here in Tennessee. I've only been noticed, I've been noticed a few times, plenty of times out in public. I can probably count on my hands, right? Probably 8, 9 times, something like that. But if I was too big, I wouldn't be able to enjoy my life as much, in my opinion. I wouldn't be able to go outside freely. I would not want what comes with that. And that's no disrespect to anyone that I'm going to use an example of, but for like AMP, Agent, Duke Dennis, these guys, they can't leave the house without having to take 15 pictures with people. That's just not something I would ever be okay with doing. I would not want to be famous, okay? I'm okay with being known in the 2K community by 1 million people throughout, 8, 9 years of making content. And that's pretty much it, guys. I don't do this to make billions. Of course, it's good money. It's just like people that say they don't like their job, but guess what? They still clock in. It's not that I don't like my job. It's just that the game is really not up to my standards. Okay. Of what I think a triple A multi-billion dollar company could make out of a basketball product. Now, let's get into the real, as my boy Blame Truth would say again, meat and potatoes of the video. All right. The real meat and potatoes of what's going on here. So, a few months ago, I posted a video. It was, as you see, 42 minutes long. Is NBA 2K dead? And real quick, I just want to say again, thank you guys so much. Seriously, like, it's insane that we're about to hit that. But anyway, very long story short, out of that 42-minute video, I'm explaining things. I'm showing revenue from 2K. We're breaking down their earnings report. And I'm telling you guys, because 2K, aka Rockstar or Take-Two, you know, all these companies together, Take-Two is the big company that owns all of them. They have to, every single quarter, so every 3 months of the year, so 4 times in a year, right? There's 3 quarters. They have to financially give away legal statements about the game, how it's doing, so that they can potentially get more shareholders to buy into their shares, into their company, for shareholders to keep their shares and not sell them, blah, blah, blah. Now, like I've said, I allegedly think that sometimes they allegedly cherry pick some of the info to not show, some of it to show. But in that video, very long story short, I said that 2K at the moment is not dying. They are making great money. They're actually making really good money. We can see it from the earnings. Now, look, trust me, I want to be just like the person that thinks that 2K is cooked. Like it's no one's playing it. It's just not the truth, guys. It's really just not the truth. Now, is the community lit? Blah, blah, blah. Is the game good? That is a completely different topic. All right, so I said that the game is not dead. However, 2K is losing players each year, at least from what I can see, because they're not very transparent about the sales in total. It's kind of hard to find total sales of the game. However, if they're losing players, but they're still making more money per player, it's not that big of a deal. But how long will that not be a big deal? Because you can't just keep losing players forever and making more money off each player. At some point, it's got to pop, right? So I'm going to give my credit to Herb Scribner here, who tweeted this first. This is where I've seen it. He said, just in, 2K saw a 42% growth in consumer spending last quarter, Take-Two says in earnings call. So that needs to be broken down just right there. I mean, just that has to be more talked about, because what type of consumer spending? Consumer can be any single person that buys your product. Now, if you look at it a little bit closer, it does say that Q4 net bookings were the top of our guidance range, which is just big fancy words if you guys don't know, but reflecting better than expected performance from NBA 2K25. Now, instead of reading the rest, because that has nothing to do with us, let's go back down to the bottom here where it says recurrent consumer spending, aka RCS, rose 14% for the period, which was significantly above our guidance, and 2K grew by 42% in that area. Recurrent consumer spending. So the difference between consumer and recurrent is that these people have played 2K before. Like, they've came back to the game. They are, you know, annual spenders of the product, right? That is insane. For this quarter, that's insane. I'm guessing they're comparing it to last quarter, like the Q4 last year. They're not comparing it to the last recent quarter 3 months ago. So that's something you have to keep in mind. But this next picture that Herb posted says, our release slate for the, sorry. We project RCS to increase by approximately 7%. A strong double-digit growth for NBA 2K. They are expecting it to keep going, guys. Keep going. That's insane to me. Actually crazy, bro. Like, 2K is not doing bad. They really aren't. Now, this I had to go in myself because I don't see a lot of people really dig deep into the earnings, and I'm interested in these types of things. I actually kind of invest in some stocks. I might be investing in a real company soon. Like, I never thought I would say that. I'll let you guys know more about that soon, because I'm really interested in this product that this girl made. And anyway, you see, NBA 2K25 posted near record performance and exceeded our forecast. This is something that I found myself inside of their earnings. To date, the title has sold nearly 10 million units, a 7% increase compared to 2K24 during the same time frame. Engagement grew significantly. Daily active users are up. My career daily players and average games per user increasing 30, 40, and 80% respectively. We are also pleased with the performance of our brand extensions. Dude, even their mobile game, 2K25 Arcade Edition, top 5 performing on the Apple Arcade. 2K Online in China holds its #1 place on PC. NBA 2K All-Stars is maintaining the #1 spot on the iOS sports game chart for both downloads and revenue in China. I mean, holy, they are balling in the basketball community. Now, it's funny because I'm going to have people comment on this video and act like I'm getting paid by 2K. You guys know I'm just being honest. I'm being completely non-biased. I'm going to have people telling me, stop crying about the game when I'm complaining about it, when I'm critiquing real issues. I'm going to have people saying that I'm paid by 2K when I give honest information like this, like real analytics. When 2K26 comes out, I'm going to have people, before the game comes out, they're going to be saying, oh, you're getting paid by 2K, you're overhyping the game, even though I tell you, do not buy the game because of me. Buy it at your own risk. The game is going to have lots of issues, blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on. So I'm not worried about the noise, guys. I'm just telling you guys what's right in front of our face, okay? Now, this is crazy as well, where it does say NBA 2K delivered one of its strongest periods on record. Including recurrent consumer spending, which we've seen 42%. So they were confident enough to say one of the strongest on record, guys. That's insane. 2K has officially made my video cooked that we talked about earlier. From the small data that it's very hard to collect, 2K's sales peaked in 2K23. It had about 13 million sales, and the only other 2K that ever sold more was 2K20. And again, please take these with a grain of salt by a little bit of the numbers, but it was 14 million. But you guys know what was happening in 2K20, so obviously these sales were inflated. Okay, so that's why I count 2K23 as the most sold 2K ever. And then 2K24, it seemed to go down. 2K25 didn't seem to have that great of a start. So that's how I came up with that, 2K is in a bubble. They're losing players, but they're making more money. How long can it keep going? Well, about a year and a half of that has been cooked. Like 2K24 went down, but 2K25 is selling more. Guys, it's selling more. They're making more money. They're doing just fine. Okay, and that's why I want to highlight this comment right here that says, you're an exception, obviously, but I feel like 2K content is not even that popular compared to the amount of people that play the game. Now, this is something we've talked about, guys. That's actually 100% true. There is not any 2K park YouTuber that averages more than like 150,000 views a video. Guys, you just seen the game in May. There's still months left. There's still 4 more months left, or 3.5. Has sold 10 million copies. Now, that doesn't mean that like 150K on Joe No's channel is the same exact 150K on Double H. Obviously, there's a wider audience. There's TikTok, all Instagram, whatever. But let's just say there's 1 million people that decently consistent watch 2K content. 9 million people. Actually, it's probably going to sell 11, 12 million at this point. So 10, 11 million of those people don't really watch content. Maybe they sometimes click on some videos, whatever. But yeah, We're really not that big, bro. We're really not. That's why I said it would take the entire whole content creation community to go on a strike for me to even care. You know, like people say, oh, why don't you just go on strike, Badge Plug? Yeah, me go on strike, me not pay my bills, me do all that for what? You think just me is going to make a difference? I said, right hand on the Bible, up to the sky, strike me down if I'm lying. That if multiple other big creators went on some sort of a strike, I would join in on that. However, it's just not going to happen. Now, you guys know why that's not going to happen. Bills, some people got family, okay? They got kids. But also there's people that just love their 2K connection. And there's some people that like the game, but I literally don't know a single creator behind closed doors that actually likes this game. They like playing with their friends, but you can like playing with your friends on any game. Some of them like that, okay? So this is another comment right here that I want to show where this guy said, bruh, 2K don't need YouTubers. Y'all really convince yourself that 2K needs you is wild. Every last one of you can quit and 2K will still be here and most likely be better. And what's funny is I literally just said, no, that's the actually exact opposite truth of how I feel. 2K doesn't need us, guys. Duke Dennis left. Agent left. I mean, think about the size. These people are bigger than any single person that's still posting 2K content. They left, and they're doing just fine. So please remember that. I do not think I'm some gigantic, like, bro, I mean, obviously a million subs is a million subs. But 2K has proved time and time again, they don't need people. However, like I've said, they would benefit greatly by making a good enough product to where those people, the millions and millions of subs, iShowSpeed, guy that started in the 2K community, Aiden Ross, Agent Duke, if they made a good enough product to where those people would even want to slightly post a game, not make it their main content or, you know, stream it sometimes, whatever it is, they could make so much more money because their influence would give the game hype. Their influence would make people want to buy the game, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? That would be both sides would win off that. A better product, then people are going to buy more of the game. That's what 2K wants. They want money. So there you go. That's how you can make more money, is make an actual good product to where these huge creators that came up off this game and left, and now they're superstars, will want to play it to some extent, stream it, post it on a second channel, whatever it is. But anyway, guys, click here if you didn't see the last video. Click it, tap it. I'm about to leave. You might as well go try out Dunk City Dynasty. Remember, the link is in the description. It's a new basketball game on the phone. And yeah, I'm out of here. Peace.